Hello and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns. Today we have another match of the A Link to the Past Randomizer Crosskeys Tournament 2021. We are already in the last round of Swiss. Matchup is shkoople versus humbugh, and commentators for this match will be Danny Music and Nika. Nika will join us in a few minutes, so let's hand over to Danny for the moment. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, now it should work.
All right. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I promised I was saying things. I was just muted at the time. Anyway, I'm really excited for this Crosskeys match. I had mine earlier yesterday. It finished super strong, and I expect to see a super strong performance from these two runners as well. This is the 6-1 Swiss bracket level. Whoever wins this will get a guaranteed spot into the brackets for the next round. Whoever does not win will have to do one additional playoff match. And with that being said, we are getting started. We have a route divergence right away. shkoople is starting at Link's house. Humbugh going for the Sanctuary. We're going to find out where Sanctuary is. It is Hyrule Castle itself. And shkoople is going to be doing the traditional Crosskeys opening of Fake Flippers. Gonna get some money and find out where the relatively isolated witch's hut is. So, humbugh is grabbing the tree pole. Tree pole is just hearts today. Don't see a bomb drop yet. And let's find out what is in Hyrule Castle itself. Hyrule Castle itself is actual vanilla. So, gotta love seeing that. Humbugh is going to check some connectors first. shkoople also finds a connector going to the granny connector from the witch. The witch is kind of like a granny, right?
Hello. This is your other commentator finally joining in.
Hi, welcome Nika. Thank you for joining me. Yes, we are a minute into this race and it is underway. Time to find out where the drop down near where Useless Fairy is will go to, as humbugh is also gonna grab that money and the witch entrance. Are you excited to see some Crosskeys?
Always excited to hear some Crosskeys. Always also happy to hear some Cannons of Hyrule.
Such a fantastic soundtrack. I'm glad that it's getting a lot of appreciation in the rando community.
Yeah, it's amazing. One of the best soundtracks in 2020, for sure.
Okay,
This is the EDM remix as well.
Yes. Okay, I just saw that granny connector led to the Dark World, the lower entrance of Bumper Cave. So getting that money, shkoople is checking out the area around Link's house, going to see where these places lead. Just a boomerang, a red meringue, on Lake Hylia Island, and does find a bomb shop in order to be able to purchase bombs, and will save and quit from there. Probably going to check out the Sanctuary, I imagine? So yeah, humbugh is grabbing that money, and shkoople grabbing that tree pole, and we'll probably see vanilla Hyrule Castle.
So, have we got any good expectations for today?
Any good what's today?
Like, predictions of what's going to happen with the seed. If it's going to be a good seed, a bad seed, who knows what seed?
Oh man, well, in my opinion, all Crosskeys seeds are bad seeds in their own way. It's just a matter of how is the seed going to be bad this time as opposed to any other time. I'm sure the chat would love to see a pedestal seed, and interestingly enough, pedestal is not actually the worst thing that can happen in a Crosskeys game.
Definitely not. Oh, there's boots. That's very nice.
Yeah, early boots is a pretty good find. Humbugh hasn't done that drop down yet, so hopefully we'll remember to do that relatively soon. Does, however, find a Blind's Hut for 5 items. Shkoople immediately going to put those boots to use, checking the Link's House Bonk Rocks and finding the back of Turtle Rock.
Always a nice find early on as well.
Yeah, Laser Bridge. Doing Laser Bridge a little bit early can be kind of awkward because that beetle can be in the way, but 4 items is definitely nothing to sneeze at. Speaking of nothing to sneeze at, big key to Meyer.
Oh, that's a very fast heartbeat.
Yeah, I know that Shkoople likes having the heartbeat on fast just because he'll forget otherwise.
Hey, if it works.
Alright, Humbugh checking out the Eastern Palace area checks, finds the lousy rupee grinding place, and will hopefully find the good one too. We did get a lamp in Blind's Hut, I believe. Nothing
you are correct.
Super important there otherwise. Okay, and Humbugh finds Tower of Hera, and Shkoople finds the bottom of Bumper Cave. Humbugh also finds a big key in Tower of Hera Cage, which leads to Swamp Palace. Probably not one of the necessary ones, unless it very much is.
Skill checking Race King and finding Quake Medallion.
Probably not one of the necessary things, unless, once again, it very much is. Ooh, Humbugh found the gloves in Tower of Hera. That's a nice advantage.
Looks like they have an advantage in both their ways, one in speed, one in strength.
Just gotta combine them together, and then you get the best of both worlds.
Indeed.
Yeah. It'll hopefully not be too long before Humbugh checks the back of Hyrule Castle in order to get those boots, but it might be a little while before Shkoople makes his way to the Eastern Palace area. We'll see. So checking out Kakariko, we found the other part. Ooh, that looked like a key, and Humbugh found the blacksmiths in the Flute 5 entrance.
And here's the front end of Turtle Rock.
Yep.
Good to note.
Also good. It's nice to find that just because you get a full magic refill and a bomb.
That's true as well.
Yeah. Ah, it was a shovel. Gotcha. Humbugh is now going to take that Hyrule Castle drop down, find those boots. Shkoople finds Mini Moldorm Cave, another cave with 5 items in it. So we found 2 right off the bat.
Just now, all that's remain is Hype Cave and Mini Moldorm Cave.
Turns out that Mini Moldorm Cave has a bunch of rupees, a key that they probably won't need, a key that they possibly will need, and a shield.
Not the best loadout, but it's still something that helps a lot.
Alright, looks like Humbugh is going to be largely retracing Shkoople's steps here, finding laser bridge, but will have that glove upgrade, so if Humbug makes his way all the way up to the Lost Woods area, we'll be able to check an additional entrance as well as the sanctuary entrance.
Shkoople during that time has found Super Bunny Cave and also found the entrance to Swamp Palace in the swamp in the Kakariko Village shop.
Also, good to know your dungeons early. Shkoople finds an early Turtle Rock key. We're finding a lot of Turtle Rock related things so far lately. Possibly a signal. Maybe we'll get the red cane soon. Humbug is indeed walking over to the Kakariko Village area, and we'll explore the places that Shkoople is exploring now. Just a ripoff from Bottle Merchant.
I mean, hey, getting 20% back isn't too bad. It could be worse.
Could be worse.
You ever gotten 1% back? It's very painful. Compass of Skull Woods, not that you will need it. Though it is just a very nice thing to have.
Yeah, it's a very nice thing for trackers to have. Oh, and it was Bombos Medallion, not Quake, that was on the race game.
Well, never mind me then.
Chess game, we've got 10 arrows and the Magic Cape. Magic Cape is pretty nice to find early on because that is a potential connector that they might have to go through.
Yep, and we already have found the bottom of Bumper Cave, so
yeah,
nothing they can go do immediately after this. Well, of course they're going to want to explore more, but you know, that's its own thing. Speaking of a connector, here's one. Twins house. Left to right.
Oh, well, we can go back with Cape now. Twins house into Hyrule Castle. And it is dark in here.
Potentially Old Man Cave or the back. Or, well, from Death Mountain to Death Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
With the correct Ice Rod Cave side to boots.
Just some bombs there. Humbug has found Mini Moldorm Cave as well, got a lot of money, and key to Skull Woods, key to Ganon's Tower. Shkoople is indeed going to take Brothers Connector back through to finish exploring the Kakariko Village and Lost Woods area. Once again, since Shkoople hasn't found the glove yet from the Eastern Palace area, Tower of Hera, there are a couple checks that Humbug will be able to do in this neighborhood that Shkoople will not yet, which could be relevant.
Ooh, Moon Pearl. That's a good find.
Yep, I think we dropped down to take that one. Okay, so we found a glove, we've found Moon Pearl. All we need is Hammer, and then we have Dark World access the traditional way. But we have already found a way to the Dark World through Granny Connector. Both of them know about that. Shkoople, a little indecisive about going into Misery Mire here, can actually enter and do some things in the dungeon with the boots, but without much of a weapon to be able to deal with the enemies in the first room, not too inclined to choose that option right away.
Oh, that's a very unfortunate place to find that. But that's a very fortunate place to find a sword. So
we'll take that sword.
now that's what I call. That's when you go back to Misery Mire. Or don't. Hey, I don't judge.
Yeah, we currently don't have any Misery Mire small keys, nor do we have a fire source for the chests on the left side. Plus, there's so much in the overworld that can be done at this point that I can understand not wanting to go back to Misery Mire, at least not straight away. Alright, we'll see what's in the Sanctuary dropdown. Sanctuary dropdown is our first bottle, so Humbugh will be able to pick that up if Humbugh continues in this path. Let's see where Shkoople goes next.
Possibly east, to the glade. Well, heading towards the glade. Oh, south works as well. Oh, you don't know. Flute 5 is actually called the glade. It's been given an official name.
Ah.
That was in BS Zelda.
Yeah.
That being said, Skullwoods and Eastern Palace being our 5 and 6 crystals.
Mm-hmm. Skullwoods is one that you very much like to see because that's so quick as long as you can find the back. Eastern Palace, despite being the first dungeon in the game, requires quite a fair amount of items before it's in logic, so, we'll see. Humbugh has made his way to the Lost Woods, is going to pick up that Moon Pearl, and Shkoople is now in Blind's hut.
And gonna grab their glove.
Yep.
And lamp, that works too. That means I can also see what's in Kakariko Village. In that cave.
That's true.
Humbugh probably found it, I just didn't catch what it was.
Yeah. Oh man, it is way too early to call this a boring seed. Well, plenty of opportunities for wrenches to be thrown in the plan, even if Moon Pearl itself is not a wrench. Speaking of wrenches, Humbugh is about to get the bad news about Aghanim's Tower now locking off the well. We'll see if Humbugh decides to go back into Misery Mire now with a sword. Also decides not to, but at the very least going to check this entrance, which Shkoople was not able to on his way here. It is C-shaped house for a big key to Ice Palace. Again, not one of the most useful big keys unless it very much is. It does mean things for where Ice Palace fits into the logical progression now. And Shkoople is now going to find that glove. And we'll keep going on.
Shkoople heading their way towards the glade. Meanwhile, Humbugh continues to check. Oh, yeah, Humbugh can get
that bottle.
Yep. And there's the smithy.
Yep. Okay, saving quit from Shkoople. With a glove, you can now do a lot of different things in the south parts of Hyrule. Shkoople is going to go down either the desert area or the Lake Hylia area. Makes a lot of sense. With glove, you can pretty much clear out all the checks, and Shkoople is choosing to go the Lake Hylia way instead. It looks like Humbugh is going into Misery Mire, so this makes a lot of sense. I forgot that we had the lamp earlier, so we do have a way to get the Firelock chests. So we are moving now.
Yeah, we can also get the small key from the one room with the spikes. and that gives us loads of more access. And when we hit the switch, we can also check what is... Oh, hey, there's Hype Cave.
Yep.
Hit the switch and check what's in the... I think it's normally the compass chest. I'm not too sure what's in the vanilla locations in this game anymore. It's been too long. But hey, that's a key to Dark Palace. Always a nice find. Especially with Dark Palace being a very item-dense location.
Pod keys are the keys that you want to be finding right now. So, with finding Hype Cave there, that is all of our most item-dense locations other than Paradox Cave, which is a connector. We found Blind's Hut, Mini Moldorm Cave, and now Hype Cave. So all of our 5 items locations have been found. I guess the well technically counts, but we've found the well, we just can't get the well. Shkoople going through Spiral Cave, gonna see where that will connect to. Humbugh finishing out what he can in Misery Mire. Nothing too useful yet, but could be a while before Shkoople gets back to Misery Mire if there is something important here. Spiral Cave is not exactly where you want it to lead out. Alright, Shkoople gonna go the desert way this time. Also hasn't checked the sluice yet.
Oh, well, here's King's Tomb.
300 rupees. We definitely have enough Zora money right now, and Zora is in logic with that glove.
Yep, that's a whole lot of inheritance from the king as well. Not going towards anyone's way, but Link's, of course.
The king was buried with all of that cash in order to take it with him for the next life. Just like an Egyptian pharaoh. Shkoople finds the bottom of Spectacle Rock Cave. So we know where that top connector is, but we don't know how to grab the shovel yet.
That being said, only bombs in the big key chest, but on the other side, there is a mere heart container. Okay.
Yeah, this is a pretty ideal place for Hookshot Cave to be, because you were probably going to save and quit here anyway, but now instead of saving and quitting, you can just go through Hookshot Cave and wind up somewhere else. Shkoople has to be careful running out of bombs because he went into the ferry area before his bomb blew up.
They were hoping to get into the shop by the seams of things. Oh, that's a place to end up.
Yep, well, we know that we don't necessarily need the pyramid crystals.
Hey, book's always a nice find. That gives Shkoople one more entrance to check in the deserts.
Yep, kind of annoying because Shkoople had to come here through a place that was in the Desert Palace area, and he was just over there, but...
It's very ironic.
Better to have the book than not, and there is still the connecting cave that leads to the Desert Palace right exit somewhere, so if Shkoople finds that, then he can drop down and enter desert. In the meantime, Humbugh has gone through Spiral Cave, gonna find the dead end here. Wouldn't be a dead end if we had the mirror, but we don't.
And here's the down Shkoople's side with the fire rod, no less.
Wow.
In Dark World Glade. I'll just say Flute 5, so let's make it easy for everyone. How's that sound? Cool. With the fire rod. So no, wait, they can't access left side Dark World yet, can they?
They can, because the Granny Connector, which is in the Witch's Hut, leads to Bumper Cave Bottom, so they would be able to go into Skull Woods now.
Okay. Taking a heal, why not? It's useful.
Alright, Humbug finds not the hypest hype cave in the world, but, you know, rather have those Ganon's Tower keys early. Of course, they need to find Ganon's Tower before those Ganon's Tower keys can pay off, and they'd also probably want to have at least the hammer, probably the hookshot, and or the Cane of Samaria before making the most of that.
I patiently await the seed where all those items are locked behind the GTB key, so he needs to do the climb.
Oh my gosh. Climb first on Ganon's Tower, that'd be so rude.
That's the idea behind it.
Alright, Kiki led to the left side of Hyrule Castle. Hyrule Castle, we have one entrance in Hyrule Castle itself. I didn't see where the other one was, and the other one where Kiki is. So, if shkoople decides to go through the connector to the right side, then don't have to make that walk back. So Humbug in King's Tomb and decides to go left to the desert area. This will take Humbug on the path that shkoople did, finding Hookshot Cave, which will probably lead him to the book as well. Humbug has also not done the Hyrule Castle checks yet. It can be sometimes hard to make that commitment because almost all of them are out of logic until the small key to Hyrule Castle is found, and the small key to Hyrule Castle was not found yet. But at the very least, the Dark Crossroom chest is already in logic because they have the lamp. They also have the fire rod, which could have put it there too.
Well, with the big key of Hyrule Castle in tow, we get the map of Ganon's Tower. Not the map you want to see.
Nope. Well, we now know whether Ganon's Tower has a pendant or a crystal. It doesn't. Crosskeys doesn't use fire rod lighting logic? Okay, good to know.
Oh, so Crosskeys light logic is different. I had no idea, actually.
Alright, so since shkoople came in here from the Dark World, gonna have to be a little bit careful because the bats and the rats are actually beetles. And they do 2 hearts of damage and have a lot more HP. Just 10 arrows, and the nice thing about them doing 2 hearts of damage is it makes a very nice intentional death warp. Alright, Humbug is making the check to Catfish. A little bit out of the way, we'll see if it pays off. And shkoople is indeed going to go through the right entrance to Hyrule Castle, as opposed to walking back the Kiki way.
Oh, wow, okay. That's convenient.
Catfish says...
You go
Catfish
first.
says, "Hey, here's some Zora money."
You know what would have been nice? A mirror to go to Zora there.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Yeah. The Hyrule Castle right entrance connected to the left side of the Dark World, which is nice because shkoople does already have the Fire Rod and can do Skull Woods if he chooses. Probably gonna check these entrances around here.
Good idea.
Humbugh is now also going to do the Hyrule Castle checks. Nothing super important that paid off, but you're in Hyrule Castle, you might as well.
Shkoople going down, checking Curiosity Shop, pending name, and only to find the other side of Bumper Cave.
Yep, that's the other side of Bumper Cave, so that's probably a pretty convenient way to get from the Light World to the Dark World. Actually, Granny Connector is more convenient. Maybe if we have access to... Well, not even if we have access to Flute, because then you can just Flute to Granny Connector.
Oh, and here's Hyrule Castle Tower. Better keep this in mind, because it might turn out to be important later on. After all, it is locking 5 items.
Just 10 arrows for now, but we'll table this one. We'll put a table on it.
But Shkoople's gigantic jog just so happens to be red. Genuine question.
Uh-oh. I think we have a sprite for that.
Oh yeah, we do actually.
Alright. Hotel Mario in Thieves Town. And Humbugh gonna check Dark Cross Room as well. Makes a lot of sense because you're here, it's in logic.
Village of Outcasts, though, kind of a bust.
Yeah, nothing super important. We'll see if Shkoople decides to check out Skull Woods or jump down for Digging Game and one more entrance.
Digging Game it is.
Yep, opts to jump down for that additional entrance. We'll see. I would definitely be tempted to go into Skull Woods there with so many items available plus the Fire Rod. The only thing that you wouldn't be able to check there is the big key chest, but jumping down for Digging Game plus the additional entrance is a solid bet.
Plus, it's really easy to get back thanks to the Granny Connector.
Yep,
So,
exactly.
That's also another thing.
And Shkoople, there are also some other places that Shkoople hasn't looked that can be in this area, such as Stumpy with just 20 rupees. You can go transform into that stump now.
After this, it's probably a good bet to go to Zora as well, with all the money you have. Hey, there's one in the Old Man Cave.
Yeah. That's, you decide you want to leave this area, that could be a nice connector to go through and see where it leads up.
And there's the left side exit of Turtle Rock.
Yeah. Shkoople is opting to do some of the left side of Turtle Rock. We already found a Turtle Rock small key, so that makes a lot of sense. Humbugh, I'm just realizing, did not actually pick up that Fire Rod.
Yeah.
In the...
Where was the Fire Rod again?
It was in the sluice on Flute 5, but in the Dark World.
Ah. This is a really nice colored Link sprite, I think, for Shkoople. Very unique coloration. Yeah, Fireless Dam.
Nice Fire Rod strats to avoid the chain chomps there. Gets rewarded with a pod key. We have not found pod yet, but we have a fair number of keys when we do. Don't have a bow yet either. Be nice to have that before entering pod. Humbug just wants to get that bottle refill.
That's the biggest middle finger I've ever seen.
Still wants to get that bottle refill. Some say he wants to get that bottle refill to this day. Humbug also dropping down to check the lower Dark World entrances. Without the Fire Rod, this decision, I think, is probably the good call for Humbug.
And that looks like that's the back end of Old Man Cave.
Okay, well, don't have to go through Old Man Cave then.
So that means that the invisible... Yeah, that means the dark room in Kakariko Village is indeed connected to somewhere else.
Yep, that is a Death Mountain Descent Cave, which we haven't found a way to Death Mountain yet, either the left side, the right side, or either the left side or the right side in the Dark World, with the exception of the exit to Spiral Cave, so could be nice to see.
Watch this just watch this connect there. Or
Wait.
connect to Kakariko.
Ah.
Oh.
Well, now we found a way to Death Mountain.
Now here's the
also
question.
seen Old Man Cave, not gonna go through it just yet. What's the question?
Do you check left side Death Mountain? Or Dark Mountain, or do you just jump down and check the Twin Caves?
I would probably jump down at this point. Either way, it's 2 checks, but jumping down means you don't have to go past the Lionels, and you could find the left side of Death Mountain, which would make it faster anyway.
That is true. And there's Sick Kid.
Sick
That's
Kid,
a very
but
unfortunate find.
yeah, Shkoople does not have that bottle yet. Humbug found that from the Sanctuary dropdown. He had a glove at the time when he checked it. So if Humbug decides to make his way out this way, then he'll be able to check Sick Kid right away, too.
This also pans out very, very nicely, because he can now check Turtle Rock. At the end of the day, not much is lost.
Mm-hmm. Now we see some Skullwoods from Shkoople. I think that this is likely to be an item-rich play. Maybe we'll get something like Mirror, Hammer, maybe a couple big keys, maybe Cane, Flippers. Flippers is nice to find for cross keys, makes going up to check Zora a bit easier, also gives us access to the Dark World shopping mall area on the bottom right of the Dark World, as well as the island that's in the middle of Lake Hylia. The beeping is in sync with the MSU. Well, it is a rhythm game after all, right?
I'm questioning if this is a good idea. This heart speed. It's somewhat in sync, but I don't like it.
Yeah, it's like slightly delayed from the tempo of the music, but it does happen at a regular interval, I guess.
Oh, there we go. the one key that's the one key that has been, stay there ever since, even though now in standard. That can be anything. There's the ice rod.
Ice rod on shkoople's side. Once again, we're getting a lot of turtle rock signals early. Hasn't really paid off yet, though. Nothing important on the library, which is in the back of Skullwood's entrance.
Find Turtle Rock left side and did decide to go through it at the end of the day.
Okay, Humbugh also gonna go through the Death Mountain Descent Cave and make their way over to the Dark Death Mountain area as well. Shkoople checking out the flippers checks, going to try to put those flippers to good use right away. See if that's where our progression leads up. So there's still a bunch of dungeons that we have yet to see. We haven't found Pod, we haven't found Eastern, haven't found any of the entrances, including the back to Desert Palace. Haven't found Ice Palace, not that you really want to find Ice Palace now, without the hammer.
Yeah.
With
Same
the dam.
time. Oh,
Go ahead.
let's see what's on Sick Kid.
Oh. Oh my.
Okay,
Oh
so now
my.
Humbugh may not be against finding Ice Palace.
Yup. Oh my. That's a... If you're a Shkoople fan, you didn't want to see that. It'll be a pretty long time before Shkoople gets back there, I imagine. So finding hammer is...
Here's Desert Palace.
Yep, we have found Desert Palace now. Desert Palace is such a nice find in Crosskeys because it leads to 2 extra locations. I still want to see a way to left side Light World Death Mountain if we can find it.
Shkoople just got his first bottle, a fairy, with a fairy no less.
Yep, okay, so Shkoople doesn't have to do the drop down at the Sanctuary anymore. Humbugh over here in Skullwoods as well, taking largely the same path that Shkoople did for the most part. Also going to find that Ice Rod, as well as find the Flippers, and we'll see if the Flippers also takes Humbugh to...
Shkoople is trying to death warp for whatever reason. I don't know why. Oh, just to leave? Okay.
Alright, what do we have for sale, King Sora?
King Zora gonna be good or not? You gonna scam us? You gonna help us? I don't know.
Yeah, that's the worst, when you pick up a bottle with a fairy, and then forget that you have the fairy when you're trying to death warp.
It happens way too often, for my liking.
Humbugh deciding, I have enough small keys, I'm not going to bother to go down and grab the one that is in the place. Oh, Humbugh did not follow through to... Well, Humbugh doesn't have Fire Rod yet, of course he didn't. So Humbugh will still have the back of Skullwood's entrance outstanding, and could weigh on his mind. We know that it's nothing, but Humbugh doesn't know that it's nothing. But with the hammer, Humbugh does have Dark World access the traditional way. And this could be a Dark World shopping mall check. Shkoople finds the other part of Desert Palace.
Gonna check the left side, check the final exit, see if that's worth anything.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, really want to find a way to that Light World Death Mountain.
I think the dark Oh, Maya, that's always a good find.
That's also
early on.
That's also pretty nice. Ether Medallion for the Mire entrance. We know that it was Quake Medallion for the Turtle Rock entrance.
Oh, and here's the shovel.
Yay!
Humbugh just got his fire ogged.
Yep.
Right after leaving Skullwoods. Not the most ideal time to find it.
Unfortunately not. But at least Humbugh is able to put the hammer to good use right away, being able to actually do the Flute 5 Dark World entrance.
So, when it comes to left side Death Mountain, oh,
Paradox
it could
Cave.
be this. But
Yep, it could be this.
But it could also very likely be the Old Man Cave, the Ascent that's in Kakariko, because it's dark. Because that is a dark cave. I think that's the only other dark cave in the game.
I think you're right. I think that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Small key to Hyrule Castle, compass to Hera, 50 rupees. Bow.
The bow. And the big key, it's a Tower of Hera.
Alright, so pretty nice haul from Paradox Cave.
Humbugh found Thieves Town.
Thieves Town. Where was Thieves Town? Got our first castle tower key. I think Humbugh found Thieves Town in the Dark World shopping mall area.
So what's a shopping mall area?
The bottom right of the Dark World, where Lake Hylia is.
Ah.
Dark World version of where the Ice Rod Cave stuff is.
Gotcha.
So Thieves Town is a pretty nice find. Gonna be able to get 4 items. Don't have the big key, so can't progress onward.
Oh, and that's convenient.
Yeah, I was wondering when we were gonna find that. And indeed, Shkoople just gonna drop down and check this book entrance.
Let's pray to Hylia.
Ganon's Tower.
Ooh.
Well then, this is an interesting dilemma because Shkoople doesn't actually have the hammer or the red cane, but the hammer mostly. Humbugh does, so when Humbugh finds Ganon Tower, he'll be able to do the left side. Don't have the hookshot yet either, but could do a bomb jump to get to the Dark Cross Room checks, as well as just bonk over to the rest of the checks. Humbugh also does find the small key to Desert Palace in Palace of Darkness, also from the Dark World shopping mall area, and I think Pod is likely to be a haul here.
Yeah.
Humbugh, however, doesn't have the bow, but Shkoople does. And Humbugh tried pretty desperately to get a potion from that fairy and was not successful, so Humbugh will have to mimic Clip here if possible in order to get the bow locked checks. Or just not get them at this point.
Shkoople unfortunately doesn't seem like they're gonna head towards Sick Kid anytime soon though.
No, Shkoople is gonna clear Hera right away though, putting that haul from Paradox Cave to good use. I like this play. Definitely sad that you don't get to see Herapot though.
good music to go with it as well.
Absolutely.
Oh, with a level 2
Master
sword
Sword.
support, that sword to boots.
Yeah, that makes the Moldorm fight a lot nicer.
Yeah. Shkoople. Okay, not gonna opt for the bomb jump. Don't blame him. It's a bit iffy.
Alright. We're gonna know
That's a
if
nice
the dungeon is a pendant or a crystal by leaving the dungeon. And also going to the light world.
It's a genuine strat.
Oh wait, we're already in the light world. Alright, let's see what's locked behind 6 pod keys. Another sword on Humbugh's side. So sword in Hera, sword in Pod, and the remaining sword was in the vanilla lumberjack's hut. Meyer map is actually a bit more useful because we don't know the status of Meyer's prize yet. It turns out that the Hera map did tell us that Hera was a pendant. Unlucky. Alright, so Shkoople's on coffee break, and Humbugh found Thieves Town and Pod in the Darkworld shopping mall area. Quite a solid haul. And I think that this is going to be a Catfish and Darkworld Witch's Hut play.
A very intense coffee break. Don't know why they just take the break.
If you defeat that last floor tile right away as soon as it spawns, then you'd be able to enter the door just very, very slightly faster.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. Any amount of time save is appreciated for these runners. Spike Cave doesn't end up being useful, and Humbugh going to save and quit here. I think Humbugh already was the one who actually did Catfish.
That being said, though, Hera Basement was useful, housing the hook shots.
Wow.
Shkoople probably gonna hold back to get to Hookshot Cave as soon as possible.
There's another pod key.
I love the Yoshi sprite while swimming. It just looks like it's drowning.
I mean,
that's a very dark way to look at it.
If you've seen Yoshi in Super Mario Sunshine, Yoshi really does not like the water. He just disintegrates.
That's true. And in Mario World, he doesn't swim. He's just stuck at the bottom of the ocean. Yep. There's the big key to Thieves Town. Big key to
Thieves Town. Hookshot in Hera Basement immediately paying off. Flute!
And flutes.
Hookshot to Hera Basement even more immediately paying off.
Flute also gives us another way to access Let's Fly Death Mountain.
That's true. Can finally make our way over there. Although I think that you're right, going through Old Man Cave and Kakariko Villages probably the best call there. So now we have, between the two runners, we have now located most of the important overworld traversal items. The only thing that we're still missing somewhere is Mirror. Yoshi takes his own life by jumping into the waterfall in Super Mario 64 after you get 120 stars.
That's not entirely wrong, yet we don't know if it's exactly true.
Yoshi does give you 100 lives, so he probably has a lot of lives to spare.
Shkoople has not checked that because... yeah, he didn't have a bottle upon going there initially. And I think considering it's the one check, and just that check, that Shkoople may gamble that it has nothing of worth on it.
Yeah, I think it's likely to be a while before Shkoople decides to make that check. If Shkoople does get Titan's Mitts, though, it becomes a bit easier, so hoping to find those.
Of course, that's assuming that Shkoople has easy access to get to the top of left side Death Mountain. Humbugh is going to be checking the right side of Desert Palace. 50 rupees in the compass chest, I think.
Yep.
Followed up by a level 2 shield, the big key chest.
Alright. Getting ready for the Flame Landmola's fight. So
Swamp Palace, okay.
So I'll be curious what happens when Humbugh finds Ganon's Tower as well. Swamp Palace just having a Mire key for now. Have to come back later with that. Small key, and for Shkoople with the hammer. But anyway, Humbugh, since Humbugh already has the hammer, would be able to do some bomb jump and boots shenanigans to check pretty much everything on left side Ganon's Tower, and we already have 2 Ganon's Tower small keys. On Shkoople's side, we found the hookshot in the Hera basement, so hookshot is presently within logic. I think that something important could be in Ganon's Tower left side, with the combined information that we know from watching these 2 runners.
And if you recall, I think left mirror shed does lead to deserts. So yeah, if you drop down, Paradox Cave drop, and the bottom exit does lead to desert. So there's that.
Yep.
Opting against it though. Oh yeah, they didn't grab the hammer.
Gotta grab that shovel.
Oh yeah, shovel. Duh.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Humbugh has actually seen where the drop for this is. No, yeah, he probably has actually. He had a glove by the time that he made it out that way. Regardless, that drop would have also led very near the desert area. Okay. So Paradox Cave gonna provide quite a haul for Humbugh, and this could also put him near Ganon's Tower as well, like you were saying.
Oh, and here's the back of Skull Woods. Always a good find.
Yep, especially with it being a crystal, and especially with having those small keys already.
Mm-hmm.
I also appreciate the Cadence of Hyrule music for this dungeon, featuring Miklachu on Automaton.
I can't remember this track. Honestly.
That is true. Both Castle Tower keys have been found now.
Mm-hmm.
And we do have Lamp, and we do have the boots, and we do know that the well is behind Aghanim's Tower. Plus there's one more outstanding check within Aghanim's Tower itself. Could be a signal. Humbugh about to find Ganon's Tower, and I'll be very curious if Humbugh does stuff on the left side here.
Shkoople got double magic from defeating Lobmoth Eula.
That's definitely a nice find, especially before Ice Palace. Didn't have any magic for that moth fight. But it doesn't need it. He was practicing 3-heart fighter sword, green male Mothula right before this. Alright, left side Death Mountain. Hopefully paying off Sahasrara himself.
Thieves Town is the green pendant, and there's also the powder on Spectral Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Another small key to Ice Palace.
Alright. Humbugh is indeed doing the bomb jump in order to get over here. I am very happy to see this. I like this play a lot.
Same. I always do this personally when given the chance. You know, it's just, you know, helps. Yeah. Oh, big key on Eastern Palace.
Big key to Eastern. Already a very nice find. And Eastern is a 5/6 crystal, so we'll need that big key for sure at some point. Single dip Eastern. Imagine that. True. Alright, Shkoople, if you're a Shkoople fan, you really want to find the Titan's Mitts, like, here. Light World, East Death Mountain, because then you can take the portal at the bottom and check Sick Kid and find that hammer.
Well, there's a few checks left. Three entrances. 2 entrances. I really agree with Humbugh's play to go as far as they can through GT.
Yes, absolutely. We also already even have the Ganasauer big key.
Yep, they're doing this bomb jump, it looks like, as well.
Oh wait, no we don't. We don't have the Ganasauer big key.
Another... There's the other entrance of Turtle Rock. Only one check they can make now.
Yeah,
if this chest has Titan's Mitts, that's a big game changer.
Ooh, unlucky. Alright, Humbugh also finds another pod key in left side GT, as well as the blue mail. We are now blue Yoshi. Alright, no Titan's Mitts for Shkoople. I think heading back to check the left side Dark World Death Mountain entrances. Does blue Yoshi fly? Yes, but we'll need to find the flute and activate it first.
Alternatively, Rock's Feather, but that's a complete different game.
Alright.
Humbugh in the Ice Armor fight, gonna find a good 3 items after this.
Yeah, that was a very nice Ice Armor kill by
clean,
Humbugh.
Yeah. Small key to Turtle Rock, the Bob Arrow, I'm not sure if that has a name, and the Hyrule Castle map.
Yep.
Ooh, here's Ice Palace.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see for Shkoople. Shkoople doing Ice Palace without the hammer. You hate to see it. Shkoople will be able to check everything but the one Hammerlock's chest as well as the boss. Opting to... Oh, well, hasn't made the decision yet about in which way to do that.
I do not like the oboe in this track at all.
I believe that's Kristen Nigas playing that. She markets herself as playing every woodwind ever, and considering that she has over 300 instruments, that's
Oh,
almost true.
very likely then. I saw a video of a person that said they're a professional flute player. No, recorder player. And when they're like proving it, they just like brought up literally every recorder they had. It's like over 20 of them. Like that. Hey, that's a way to flex.
Gotta love it. I have a lot of friends who play guitars too, and just like every guitarist has a massive guitar collection, and still wants more and wants more effects pedals. Anyway.
Humbugh found the tempered sword somewhere.
Yes, Humbugh had already had the Master Sword from Palace of Darkness, so when finding the Tempered Sword in the big chest of Tower of Hera, it became even bigger. shkoople remembering that he can't do this room without hammer. Humbugh hasn't yet checked the basement. Does have the small key. Is he going to go back inside? He is going to go back inside, so we'll be pretty happy to find that hookshot there. And we know that Hookshot Cave is the next destination, containing the Thieves' Town Big Key as well as the flute. We'll see if Humbugh decides to put that hookshot to use right away. Also opting for the active coffee break. Oh, nope. Never mind. Slightly active. So what are we still looking? What are we still looking for overall?
Mirror. And
Definitely.
even then, mirror. I don't think a mirror is strictly required. It's just very helpful.
Yeah, we could potentially need mirror for an entrance, but as a navigation item, it's definitely very handy.
Samaria.
Definitely need some Maria. We need the pod big key for sure, because that's definitely a crystal. And at least one of Mire and Turtle Rock has to be a crystal, so no matter what, we're going to be needing Samaria. Nice cape strat on low health to get through that room. On shkoople's side.
Can't complain. They did it. They did it well.
We'll also possibly need the big key for desert.
Humbugh gonna go through and possibly full clear Swamp Palace.
Yeah. I like this play a lot too. So many items.
Okay, now, shkoople, this is a place called Dark World Death Mountain, specifically the eastern side. Okay, I was trying to warn you, but okay.
Yeah, it's such a hard call to make. Oh no!
Yeah, a guitar.
That is family jewels.
Can't complain. Wait.
What are you doing, shkoople? What are you doing?
Did you?
Fluting?
Did they? No. Okay, they didn't remember.
I think shkoople is running low on things to do. Taking the granny connector to Dark World. The mallet is in the lower right part of Dark World Death Mountain on Sick Kid. Shkoople was there earlier but didn't have a bottle. Humbugh had found the hammer right away when he was over there because he did have a bottle.
And the connector is in Flute 5 Dark World.
Yes. Ah, okay. Shkoople checking out the Dark World shopping mall area. This is going to be some good finds. Thieves Town, with which we already have the big key. We don't have the small key, and Shkoople doesn't have the hammer anyway. As well as Palace of Darkness with 4 keys. So Shkoople's going to be able to get the Tempered Sword here. Trying to remember if anything else important was found in this gauntlet that Humbugh did. Small Key to Desert's kind of important.
Yeah, Kane is the only thing I can think of that would be strictly required.
Yep, we know we definitely need Kane and the pod big key, and then depending on the pendant's crystal layout, we'll potentially need the desert big key as well.
So, Shkoople may be met with a predicament shortly. Oh well, they don't really have a choice but to go into the dark maze. Never mind. I was thinking go towards the end of the dungeon or dark maze with no hammer. So
yeah. Unlucky. Also, Humbugh realizing that he had to do this room the normal way because no Kane and out of bombs. No diver down, sadly.
Watch him get bombs in this chest.
Ooh.
I tried. But that's a mirror. That's very helpful.
That is a mirror. That opens up a lot more entrances, and we still have a couple more important places to find, such as Eastern Palace. Also back at Desert. So, with Mirror and Swamp Palace, where do you go next if you're Humbugh? I think you're already in Kakariko Village, so probably a bunch of places in the Village of Outcasts that are mirror locked, such as left side of Race Game and Graveyard Ledge and Cave 45 that we can look at. I'm about gonna check out Mimic Cave. Had access to that a pretty long time.
There's Quake. I think that's access to Turtle Rock. Once they find Titansmiths.
Yep, that's true. Quake Medallion potentially relevant.
Did they not check this check earlier? Well,
No,
Mario
this is
Castle
Humbugg's first time here. Yeah, nothing too important here.
Well-
some more generally mirror locked locations that Humbug won't have to use the mirror to get to.
Shkoople making their way through Skullwoods will not be able to check the big key chest since they don't have the hammer, but they can check every other chest in the dungeon.
Mm-hmm. Also important, Shkoople now does have both Castle Tower keys, so Shkoople can do Aghanim for 6 items. The well having 5 and the item in the dark that they haven't checked yet. That dead rock is not playing nice.
Yeah, but hey, old man gets to see a bit more. Oh, okay, Shkoople will just leave. Old man gets to see a bit more of Death Mountain than he usually would.
Mm-hmm.
For an empty bottle.
Another bottle?
With it being no less.
Humbug could give that to Waterfall Fairy for another case of empty bottle. Alright, Humbug also going to be able to pick up that magic powder for Magic Bat, who I don't recall if we've seen. That might be the...
We have seen it. I can't recall where, but we have seen it.
Okay.
Yeah,
That is that useless fairy, thank you. Alright. Shkoople is indeed doing Aga Tower right now. I like this play a lot. Six items plus... it's a nice advantage.
Yeah.
Or at least it has the potential to be a nice advantage, we'll see. Ether Medallion. Yep, we need that Ether Medallion in order to get into the Mire-locked entrance.
Plus, if I were in their position and didn't have hammer, this would probably be a good idea, a good check to make, a good call to make.
Yeah. This is nice. I do forget where the first Castle Tower key was.
There was one in the back of Skullwoods.
Oh.
Because Humbug did just pick that up.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And
yes,
I'm
and then
not sure
the
where
other one
other
was in
is.
Pod. The other one was in Thieves Town, the second chest, I believe. Okay, so now they both have both Castle Tower keys. Yeah, Thieves Town and Pod were in the same area, so basically it. Humbug gonna pick up that magic powder. And then it might be time to play the which side of Death Mountain do you drop down game.
Central first every time.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Sender first. We also, I believe, already have found the connector that is the vanilla Turtle Rock right side entrance.
Yep. There's also... Yeah, it's also in Death Mountain Ice Palace, which Humbug can complete. That was a very nice Aghanim.
That was... All right, Shkoople gonna check that well immediately, I believe. And yes, 0 blue balls Aghanim. You love to see it.
Very polite. Can we get that every seed? Thank you.
Okay. Map check. I believe that I saw that Pod and Ice Palace are crystals, and we already knew that. I don't think we got any more pendant information. Oh, Myra's a crystal as well. So, definitely gonna need that cane. And here's Ice Palace, which is fantastic for Humbugh, who will be able to clear this right away, because Humbugh already has that hammer. Let's see what the well has. Silver arrows.
Silver arrows. Strong starts.
Pod big key.
Ooh.
And Titan's mitts. Okay.
Oh my god.
Very, very stacked well. And the presence of the Titan's mitts might also bring Shkoople back to the
Sick kid.
Sick kid.
To get the hammer. Harrison seems to be going. Yeah, he's supposed to check King soon first, by the looks of things.
Mm-hmm. Putting those Titan's mitts to use as soon as possible. Yeah. So.
Oh, we'll get a bottle. That works too. We don't judge here.
There's that bottle that Shkoople wishes that he obtained about 50 minutes ago.
I mean, we don't, but you can if you do, and in that case, if you do, just do it silently. And there's Venus.
Great fairy.
I don't know what Shkoople's doing. Do you think they're gonna... Maybe Death Mountain Climb. Oh, pet check.
Head check? Oh man. Shkoople must be wondering where the hammer could be. Is it on the pedestal?
Oh no, Maya.
Ah. Okay. Shkoople hasn't touched Meyer yet, and does have the big key now, which Humbugh did not. So this will be one additional check for Shkoople. The additional check for Humbugh that was in the first hammer-locked chest of Ice Palace didn't have anything important.
Neither of them did.
So I'm still curious, where on earth could Eastern Palace be? We've had that Eastern Palace big key for a little while now, and we haven't even found it yet.
I reckon that it is... I reckon it's in Turtle Rock, or in Maya.
That would be phenomenal. Eastern Palace at Turtle Rock entrance, we can... Between the two of them, we have enough items to be able to check that.
Shkoople's kind of missing one key item for Turtle Rock, but we'll get there when we get there.
Other places where it could be. We haven't seen Mimic Cave yet, nor have we seen the Spiral Cave drop down, I don't believe.
We have. We've seen both of those.
Oh, we have?
Yep.
Okay, Humbug must have been checking it when I was watching Shkoople.
Well, Scoople also did do the Spiral Cave drop down. You can comment on it.
Oh, well, the Spiral Cave dropdown leads to the Vanilla Turtle Rock back.
It does.
I don't know if we had mirrored to.
No, had no mirror at the time.
Right. Anyway, Humbug grabs that crystal from Ice Palace. Nothing important on Cold Stare, but that is +1 crystal that Shkoople hopefully won't be too far behind.
Yep. Scoople gonna climb their way up Death Mountain and go check. Yeah, probably check. What's it called? Turtle Rock.
Mm-hmm.
As good a time as ever. So yeah. Those dead rocks every time. Every time. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we need to do this one anyway, right?
Yeah.
Okay. See what's in Vanilla Ice Palace. It is not Eastern. It is a thing that would like arrows, though. There's Eastern.
There's Eastern.
Eastern, right Death Mountain, behind the Black Rocks. Or behind jumping down behind the Black Rocks. Alright, let's see what's in behind this Ether Medallion.
Oh, we're gonna get the bird toss?
Nope.
No.
Hey, back at Desert, we don't have the big key for this.
I think that's all of our main entrances found regarding dungeons.
Yeah, and we've also found all the highest density item locations. So, between the two of them, they have pretty much everything covered entrance-wise. Just item-wise, we're still missing a couple keys, and we're missing that red cane. Maybe Eastern Palace will turn up something big. Humbug is going to need to do Aghanim at some point, and Shkoople is hopefully not too far before going back for Sick Kid.
Best not to hold our breath, though. It's a really good remix of Gerudo Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kana Pet would be terrible, and I love the idea of it. And there's Bottle 4.
We've done it! Bottles acquired.
Bottle percent achieved.
I don't think we found anything useful in any of the bottles. All that we got from our bottles was one fairy, which is arguably not useful depending on what you're trying to do at the time. Even Waterfall Fairy says, got nothing for you, go back to camp. Alright, Shkoople, where are you going? Going to Death Mountain, that's a good start.
Oh, yep, they can get there.
Give the old man some music to listen to as you're walking with him.
Better than a car radio, for sure.
Very nice Armos kill on Humbugh's side. Just a blue rupee. Nothing important in Eastern other than that crystal. And there's another bottle from Ether Tablet signaling shkoople. Remember that you have to check Sick Kid. Remember.
So here we go. Here we go. No!
Oh, the flute!
I am in great... Wait. Nope. I'm in great physical pain now. Thank you.
Yeah, for that single check, it's such a hard call to make.
It is.
Alright, where are we heading, shkoople? We're going to...
Back to shopping mall, it looks like.
Yeah. I think this is going to be Thieves Town clear without the hammer.
Yeah.
So, isolating the big chest. Which, at this point, given that hammer hasn't turned up yet, I think is... maybe thinking hammer in Thieves Town. Yep, also no small key. Definitely a sensible call to make. So this will give us a couple new checks that we haven't seen yet on Humbugh's side, one of which could be the red cane. Thieves Town is such an interesting dungeon because you risk isolating that one check, so sometimes you can find something important, and other times you can just, like, last location Thieves Town, and then turns out that the small key was inside the dungeon. You think the bottle from Ether Tab would have clicked it really quick? It's like, yeah, that's what I was saying, it's a sign. Nice!
God
Nice
pixel,
dash.
there we go.
There is exactly one horizontal pixel with which you can do that, and shkoople had found it. Also, nice job clearing that enemy before making the dash. Sometimes that enemy can be in the way even if you do get the god pixel. Map to desert. We already know that desert is a pendant.
Well, shkoople does not exist, at least.
Yeah.
Humbugh gonna go check the medallion. The monolith. Okay. Maybe after this.
What is this small key? Another pod key? That's our final one for Humbugh's side. But it is shkoople who has the pod big key. Humbugh needs to do Castle Tower at some point. There's our last sword.
Call it the butter sword, because that's what it cuts everything like. Yo, glockenspiel. After putting it off for so long, Humbugh finally found their flutes.
Yeah, there was a bit of a gap between grabbing that hook shot and checking Hookshot Cave for Humbug side. Might get a little bit nervous about that. It can... If you find Flute an hour and 30 in, then you always have to wonder, did your opponent find it first? Alright. Where are we going, Humbug?
Probably to Sahasrahla.
Activating that flute.
Oh, it's eating a bit of seed bleed.
This is gonna be a ped check.
No, it's not.
Is
'Cause it's
it?
in the
Nope.
Dark World.
Okay, we're going to the Dark World. You lingered on the book there.
Okay, this makes sense.
Alright, Smith, what do you have?
Humbug beginning his ascent on on Castle Tower.
Yep, this is the play that Humbug needed to make. Shkoople, that's the wrong cane. Would have been a nice advantage if Shkoople found that, though. Ether Medallion leads to the Desert Palace back, but we know that the Desert Palace back is a pendant. And Shkoople will know that too once he decides to check the map. Sahasrahla with just a compass, and now is this finally going to be Sick Kid?
This is the general direction.
Yep, this is looking like we're gonna see some Sick Kid.
And we're gonna see some angry sword slashes afterwards, perhaps. Oh no, you better not leave after this.
Uh-oh. Well, we do Eastern Palace first, fine. Oh, but Shkoople doesn't have the big key yet. Big key to Eastern Palace was in Ganon's Tower on the left side, which is locked by, wait for it, Hammer.
Now, this is possibly one of the best themes within Cadence of Hyrule. Tutorial and Kakariko Tomb. No, Kakariko Crypt, actually.
The soundtrack rocks so hard.
It really does. If you left me here alone, I'd probably be gushing about it the entire time. That's just the type of person I am, though. How am I gonna get their Zero Blue Ball Agony?
Yeah.
And then they're gonna make way towards Kakariko Well behind Lumberjack Tree. very generous a bomb drop from that Stalfos.
Humbugh not immediately checking the well. What are we doing first?
Just
Oh, we are
fast way
doing
to get
we
to
are
the
doing
well.
it worse. Yes, we're doing the well first. Okay. All right, shkoople. Remember that you have to do sick kid. Yep.
Oh yeah, here we go.
All right. This is the play. This is the play you need to make. Sick kid, I have a feeling you might get slashed and or bombed. The stare down. The stare down on sick kid. Oh no. Yep, you hate to see it on Shkoople's side. The good news is he has already done pretty much everything in the game, so he's not actually that far behind, but the couple of extra dungeon clears, such as Eastern and Ice Palace, that Humbugh has done already, will start to add up. Shkoople is immediately going into Ganon's Tower, going to find that Eastern Palace big key, and we'll see what happens from there. In the meantime, Humbugh has already... Since Humbugh did Aga Tower, Humbugh now has the Pod Big Key. Gonna finish that clear as well. What were you gonna say?
Good question, I don't even remember. It's late here, okay? So, if Shkoople is to do this, he has to just maximize his routing to the next level. Has to go, like, ascend to the next plane, go even further beyond, you know? Because there is a chance here, it's just the tiniest smidge of a chance.
Yep, that red cane has proven to be quite an elusive item this seed, so... If it's in a pretty out-of-the-way location that Humbugh last locations, then there's definitely still an out.
I'm just hoping, please do not be in Thieves' Town big key chest.
I'm trying to think, have the mirror checks led to anything important? I don't believe that they have.
They still have to check what's in the vanilla Mimic Cave location. Because we haven't seen what's there yet.
That's true. Yeah.
Also, I can't remember the name. Hammer pegs in Outcasts. Oh, and Peg House as well.
Yep, there are still some crucial entrances left. I'm thinking right now that if Shkoople like go mode Swamp Palace and then doesn't find the mirror and or doesn't do the mirror entrances that weren't important, then that could be the god routing that could save Shkoople enough time to catch up. The small key to Swamp Palace might incentivize Shkoople to check out Swamp Palace now, though, and then put him back on course. In the meantime, very nice Helmosaur fight on Humbugh's side. Just gotta find that red cane.
Yep, that's all that counts now. Could have a good seed or could have a slow seed, who knows?
Yep.
The cave is not the most cooperative. Yep, here is Shkoople going to Swamp Palace.
Yep. So shkoople full clears a lot of stuff, then he's gonna find that mirror. Nothing important was on left side, I don't believe, so skipping left side could save Shkoople a bit of time.
No, they've not done a ped check at all. They've been, like, they always head in that general direction, but they never actually do it.
Yep, this cane could definitely be on the pedestal, in which case they would also need the Desert Palace big key. If the Ganon's Tower climb is required, they would also need the Ganon's Tower big key. Oh, ped check was done?
What was it?
Oh. Wait, no ped check was done, not no comma
Oh.
ped check was done.
Commas save lives.
Thanks, Grandma. Let's enjoy our dinner together. Okay,
That's a whole lot of health.
Yeah. The Thieves Sound small key also hasn't turned up yet, and Humbugh is now doing Thieves Sound. So, if Thieves Town Big Chest has the cane, then could be a long time before they decide to go back to that. There are certainly still some shenanigans that can be had. Humbugh also tries for the God Pixel, but that red fire snake says no. Alright, here's the mirror on Shkoople's side. I believe Shkoople did skip left side, is that correct?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. That's the kind of risky play that you have to make at this point, given that you last locationed, well, basically last locationed Hammer. I like that a lot.
That's just mean, Joss, but I can see it happening. This is what makes Crosskeys so interesting. Anything can be anywhere. It's basically all sanity, but made into a actual fun way to play.
Yeah. I will say, given that Thief Sound is the green pendant, though, it cannot be Thief Sound small key on pedestal. The game assumes that you use your keys in the most inefficient way possible.
Oh.
So... can't be quite that mean.
Turtle Rock Big Chest was already found out,
Yep,
and that
I
was
believe
a
that was
small
already
key.
checked.
Yep, that was small keys for Palace of Darkness.
Ether and Bombo's tablet have both been checked. Bombo's tablet was the butter sword. Alright, Shkoople now also has complete pendant crystal information, I believe.
Yep. Actually, I didn't think they saw anything on Turtle Rock. Not too sure. What are they doing?
Still between
Where are they
Turtle Rock and
going?
Desert. Okay. Shkoople does have the Desert Palace map and hasn't checked it, the Light World yet. Shkoople is going back to the Pod and Thieves Town area. Now with the hammer, Shkoople can beat Pod. And also check the big chest, which was skipped earlier, I believe. Here's a magic bat. Is this the fake powderless seed? Yes!
Indeed it is.
Alright, no fake powder glitch possible in this seed because Kane was on Magic Bat, and I believe that is go mode for Humbug.
Indeed it is.
Can't believe it wasn't on Ped. Yeah, we were betrayed. Kane was on Magic Bat, with the magic powder being locked behind the mirror, which was found in Swamp Palace. The magic powder was atop Spectacle Rock. Alright, so we're gonna see a lot of speedy dungeon clears on Humbug's side. And Shkoople now will have to make the commitment with the mirror to grab the magic powder and then make the commitment with the powder to do Magic Bat, which is kind of unfortunate placement this time. Two more one item locations that follow into each other. So it could be a bit of a time before Shkoople makes those calls.
Gangnam Style playing on Helmasaur King.
Yep, exactly. Powder hard required. No way to get Magic Bat otherwise, even if you did have the mushroom.
If there's a magic item on Magic Bat, does it make it impossible to use the mushroom?
If there's a magic item?
Okay, why would the mushroom be impossible? Why would fake powder be impossible on Magic Bat this time around?
Because
I'm
we
actually
need...
not too sure.
we need the cane specifically in order to do that glitch. Interestingly, you can fake powder with the actual powder, too. Kind of handy if you run out of magic and need some health.
Interesting.
Alright. Oh, Shkoople, you're so close!
Oh, Eastern Palace, okay.
Yep. The Eastern Big Key was found inside Ganon's tower, which was blocked behind Hammer, so Shkoople will now be able to finish this out. Shkoople will also have to finish out Ice Palace, and that will probably be the next destination.
Shkoople's already finished Ice Palace by the, oh no, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong tracker.
Yeah, I was talking about it because since Kane was on Magic Bat, fake powder would have been impossible. Absolutely no way you can avoid picking up that powder on top of Spectacle Rock in order to finish this seed.
Humbug with a very clean phase 1 of Trinex.
Mm-hmm. Very clean phase 2 as well. Gotta love it when Trinix doesn't even have the opportunity to turn that corner.
Ah, with the big key of Skullwoods right behind. How
Nice.
beautiful. Okay, now where's the big key of Desert Palace, please? I'm asking very nicely.
Alright. Humbugh gonna drop in and pay our friend Ganon a visit. Do they have to full clear the dungeons for the win condition here? They have to full clear the crystal dungeons in order to get all 7 crystals before Ganon is vulnerable, no matter where Ganon himself is found. Completing Ganon's tower is not necessarily required unless opening the hole in the pyramid is necessary to complete the seed.
Ganon being nice, not teleporting much. Oh. Okay. Oh yeah,
this is a little
torch glitch
awkward.
today.
Right, but Humbugh is realizing that he only has 3 arrows. So gonna have to do some
Oh.
silverless strats for the last one. Alright. Doesn't take too long, even with that silverless. And with that, Humbugh finishing with a sub 2-hour time. Gonna be really happy about this. Very good game indeed.
With a final time of 1 hour, 54 minutes, and 51 seconds. A very strong time.
Yeah, GG Humbugh. So, yeah, getting that early glove for that early bottle ended up being the play that defined the match.
Wall Kicks, the cane was on the Mad Bat, which was in Full Fairy. Mad Bats. Okay, the Magic Powder was on Spectacle Rock. Mirror was in
Swamp Palace.
Swamp Palace. Swamp Palace Small Key was in GT in the chest right before the fall to Amos, which was locked by Hookshot, which was in the back of
Tower of Hera. Hera basement.
Yep, Hera basement. Hammer was on sick. There's a lot of stuff I'm keeping in mind here. I'm just trying to give you the whole. There's just so much progression. I'm just trying to keep in mind. I'm lost.
Yeah. And with that, we are joined by Humbugh in chat. GG Humbugh.
GG.
Yeah,
Thank
congratulations on the sub 2-hour time. That was fantastic. How did you feel about this run as you were running it?
Hands down, I was feeling really good. From like my early boots, like sure, you get early boots basically, no matter how you do the seed, but it's just something else when you get them early, and you get a good feeling in your belly. I love it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and the
Don't
seed
have
just
to worry about those today.
exactly, and the seed just kept going my way. I think that I would guess that the hammer was a really big deal.
Oh,
I don't
yes.
remember where was the bottle that I found.
The bottle that you found was in Sanctuary, which you were able to check the first time that you were in the Kakariko Village area, because you went east to the Eastern Palace area first.
Right.
And found that glove in Tower of Hera.
Glove locked, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That glove was big. I felt that it was big at the time, since it was early and it was sort of out of the way. But I didn't realize, afterwards, I didn't realize that I got the the bottle, which led to the hammer, which led to the hook shot in Hera basement of all places. That was nice.
Unfortunately, shkoople has forfeit their rights.
Yeah. And we are joined by shkoople in chat as well. GG shkoople. This was a tough one.
Yeah, GG's. That hammer was not very fun to find.
Yep. That ended up being the play that kind of defined the course of the seed. Humbugh had done the Eastern Palace checks before doing Kakariko and found that early glove, so was able to get that bottle from the Sanctuary drop down first. So that way, by the time both of you ended up going through the connector to Dark Death Mountain, and both of you ended up doing that drop down in order to check Sick Kid, but you didn't have the bottle at the time, and Humbugh did, and that ended up defining the course of the play. It's very difficult to come back to Sick Kid with so much of the rest of the world at your disposal, and that being a relatively isolated check for just one item.
Yeah, there was no way I was going back for it anytime soon. But I felt really good about everything else until, I got into the Dipping Ice Palace, Eastern, and Mire and all that stuff. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I managed to I double dipped Pod, sure. I think and Mire. The rest were single dips over the board. So that I felt really good about my route, especially with the hammer and hookshot Amir.
And that cane ended up being in a pretty mean location too.
Yeah, where is that?
So the cane was on Magic Bat,
yeah.
with the powder being atop Spectacle Rock. So you would be expected to get the mirror from Swamp Palace, and with the cane being the one that's on Magic Bat, there's absolutely no possibility for fake powder. So, even that, at some point, you would have had to done an isolated check just for the Magic Powder, which then leads to another isolated check just for Magic Bat, which is a difficult thing to make.
Yeah, I felt when I finished Pod in the end, and I grabbed the checks from Pod. I did Thieves Town, that was nothing. And then I was like, okay, I can do literally nothing in any dungeon right now. So overworld it is, and let's just go to overworld spots where I know there is an item. So my plan was to first check Bat, and then do Smith Chain, and then the first available check that I do has my go mode. That was fantastic. I couldn't be happier when I saw that cane, since I knew you had to get the powder as well to get it, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that covers everything, doesn't it?
I believe so. Any final thoughts about this one? I know it was pretty rough experience finding Hammer so late. And that kind of defining the course of the round.
That's just that I just knew, if either my opponent has that and I lost, or we're both scrambling right now. So
yeah. I will say the play that you made immediately after finding Hammer going into Ganon's Tower was absolutely the right call, with it gating so many items, including the Swamp Palace small key as well as the Eastern Palace big key. That was absolutely the right play in order to try to catch up. And there still could have been an out. It depended on where the cane would have been. We were talking both of you ended up isolating the Thieves Town big chest, and that could have been a place that you'd be reluctant to go to and end up last locationing a cane there, possibly, if you find the small key for that. The Ganon's Tower climb could have factored into it if the Ganon's Tower big key was ever found. We had just found the the Skull Woods big key chest. We hadn't done a pedestal check. There was still a lot of potential shenanigans that could have happened, but Kane being on Magic Bat ended up being pretty much the nail there.
Oh, GG to Humbugh.
Yeah, GG.
Yeah.
Let's do well in the bloodbath. That's gonna entail next Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
That'll be fun to watch. I get the pleasure of actually just watching that. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, rub it in.
Aw.
Sorry.
So who's
Nah,
the
it's all
opponent,
good.
if I may ask, who's the opponent then?
Everyone.
Yeah, it's
That's
a race off.
that's 6-2.
Mm. The
It's a
6-2
play-in race.
finishers will have one play-in race to determine the remaining couple of people who make it to the bracket stage. And that'll certainly be an exciting one to watch.
Yeah, thanks for hosting the restream and commentating and tracking and all of that. I gotta head out. GG to shkoople once again, and see you guys.
It's a pleasure. And yeah, I think we can wrap up here. So thank you so much to Humbugh and shkoople for putting on a fantastic race. This was a lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to commentate. Thank you to Nika, Retro Nika on Twitch for commentating with me. This was a joy for you all. Thank you to our trackers, Tofile and Samimas, for tracking, and to Siberion for being the restreamer today.
And also thank you, Danny, for commentating. So, before we wrap this up, just a quick heads up what's up next here on ZSR. Right now, 3 matches started a few minutes ago. One is the Wind Waker Randomizer Challenge Cup Grand Finals. Then we have a Ocarina of Time Bingo Tournament Semifinals. And a Minish Cap Variety Tournament Season 3 Swiss Round match. We will be raiding over to Shadow AMP though. He's doing a multi-world with his community. And remaining on ZSR for today... Let me check. Oh, no, the variety race is tomorrow at 8 p.m. UTC. I mixed up the dates. So, for more Zelda content, check our schedule. And we will probably also host the play-in race in some way. Not decided how we are going to do it. The last time we did something similar, we had all of our ZSR channels with 2 runners each. And also had another restream channel in the pool. So thank you very much for watching, and see you next time here on ZSR.